The following is a presentation of R3 Productions. Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network is presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group.
Will be a handoff. Stewart got a blocker. Has another man in front of him. Breaks another one. He's got the touchdown as a defender comes in late to be a lead blocker for Carrington. Carrington gets stood up, and look at that, a whole host of Bengals coming in.
Welcome into Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to get you ready for tonight's matchup.
And the keeper, Uzandu. Look at the speed. Wow. Pistol snap. Elkins, hands off. Harris with a big stop. Lots of room to run now. Zakiti, he got the angle, stays on his feet. Pass, Rhodes, Houston. Got it for the score! Right set on the right side. And off. Chadwick stops at the line. Timeout. Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's the voice of the Bengals, Rand Northam.
I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. We've got to get to dinner at the Aviator Smokehouse soon.
Wow, how did you do that? Quick, make it stop again. Dinner's at the Aviator Smokehouse in 30 minutes.
No way. Aviator Smokehouse. Aviator Smokehouse?
Well, I guess the tiny tyrant has spoken. We'd better get to the Aviator Smokehouse.
You know window effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a nonprofit organization that provides team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football. They serve youth from ages 6 to 18 whose playing ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Their trainers are former professional and college athletes who share the belief that hard work, discipline, and a positive attitude are essential in helping people accomplish their goals. Take your student athlete to the next level. 919-285-1374 or thestrongcenter.org.
Welcome back to Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to head across the gridiron and see how the Bengals match up in tonight's opposing scouting report. The sports world continues to be saturated with talented individuals. How does your student athlete get what it takes to stand out? Along with hard work and determination, the Strong Center for Excellence will provide skills training and league play for basketball and football. The Strong Center staff also prides itself on focusing on teaching the kids to be strong, confident individuals who are ready for future stages in life. Take your student athlete to the next level. Contact the Strong Center today.
Your home is where you lay your head at night. It's where your children learn to walk, where they get their acceptance letter for college. You want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity, and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today at 919-753-6518 and visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements, and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse, rolls on. We're minutes away from kickoff, and now it's time to dive into the Bengal scouting report. But first, let's hear from the head Bengal, Jeb Hall, in tonight's Coach's Comments, presented by the Strong Center for Excellence.
You know, we got to get better at that each week, and we've worked on it, and we work on it every week. And
Ray Northam alongside. Ray Northam alongside the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall. Coach, a win last week against South Garner. I'm sure there's some things that you took away from that game, though, that you could still improve upon. Maybe not the cleanest finish. I know officiating wasn't real great towards the end. It was just a slow, long second half. But did you take some things that you need to work on for this week away from that game?
yeah, you know, every week I say the same thing. I know is turnovers. We gotta work on the turnovers, limit our turnovers, create turnovers. But tackling has been a big thing for us, and you know, we got to get better at that each week, and we've worked on it, and we work on it every week. And but you know, last week we didn't tackle the best that I've ever seen us, so we hopefully can do better than that tonight.
Home stretch here, 2 games, both at home, thankfully, but 2 very important games. I'm sure you're taking it one at a time, but have you instilled in these players just how important these games are and how much that they can do for hopes down the road?
Yeah, you know, like I say, we take it week to week, each week, and game by game, and let's just see what happens this week, and next week let it be what it is, and hopefully we have something to play for.
Garner is a team that their record might not be indicative of their strength, and they've had some struggles this year too. But this is a team that I imagine you look at and you say, we gotta come out and play our best game tonight.
Oh yeah, they're huge up front, and they're gonna mash you. They got a quarterback that can throw it a mile, and so we got to be able to cover in the back end on that, and still got to be able to stop the run. So it's hard hard to stack the box to stop the run when you know you got a quarterback that can throw it 80 yards. And so, we got our work cut out for us. And defensively, they fly around. Number 9 for them is all over the place. 23, he's all over the place. So we got to do a lot of good things tonight.
And Alston, running back out of the backfield, I imagine if you stop him, you at least give yourself a much better chance of a W.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's Garner, just like Garner's always been. They're going to run power, they're going to run sweep, they're going to run trap. And we've repped it, and hopefully our kids understand what, where they're supposed to be, where they fit in, and we just got to play.
All right, Coach. Best of luck tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Your Marching Bengals bringing you the tail end there of the national anthem. Appreciate them and appreciate you joining us. Sorry we had some technical difficulties there with our sound towards the beginning. We'll give you another little bit of a rundown of what we've said so far, but we'll head right now into the Bengals scouting report as we take a look at this contest tonight. Fuquay-Varina and Garner. Big game for Fuquay-Varina here tonight. The emergence of youth is what we have seen, although not by choice necessarily. The last few weeks has sparked energy and a light in this team. On the offensive side, Jackson Barker, a little bit of Dylan Smith. There's been less throwing than what we anticipated at the beginning of the season and what we saw in the beginning of the season. But Dylan Smith, I think, is going to be good things. We talked a little bit about Mekhi Winkler. Although he is in street clothes tonight, we will not see him out on the field. Still a lot of good things for the future for the Bengals. That sophomore core right there, those 3 players alone, you're bringing back Jacob Braswell next season as well. Still 2 games to go. I don't want to count this season out yet, but it certainly has shown some good things for the future of the Bengals. Someone close to the program last week said that the offense was lacking cohesion and rhythm, and I totally agree. I couldn't put my finger on what exactly that was last week, but I agree with that sentiment totally. And Coach Hall said he handed off the offense the last few weeks and said he's back involved in that this week. So I think we could see a bit of a different look to the offense tonight. Not different as in something totally new that we haven't seen, but different as far as getting back to that offensive production and really getting the Bengals rolling again. And that's a huge positive.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see. We've seen in games where we play against formidable opponents that the offense just, like you said, lacks cohesion, can't really sustain those long drives. It's either big play or bust, really, for these guys. You either get a big run or sometimes a big pass, or it's a 3-and-out. And, if we can find a way to cooperate together, get some long, sustained drives, it could be a good night for the offense.
Well, the line from the R3 Sports KHS projections was, this is not the Bengals season. I hope that the players saw it. I put out a tweet, and I said, print it, see it, and change it. And I put out the hashtag empty the tank. If the Bengals throw everything that they have at these next 2 weeks, regardless of the outcome, they can walk away from this season with their heads held high and say, we did everything we could. And I think that is the most important thing over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is a really young team. I mean, coming into this year, we knew there were a bunch of question marks, and you could kind of tell after a few weeks that this was going to be a rebuilding year. And if you can go out against 2 really good teams in the conference, especially your good rival in Middle Creek, and play some good football, you could come out of the season with a lot of highs and work over the winter and the summer and come back really strong next year with a lot of returners.
Absolutely. That will wrap up the Bengals scouting report. We will have kickoff for you in just a moment, but first, these words from the Strong Center for Excellence.
The Fuquay-Varina Youth Football Bengals completed another 3-game sweep over the South Granville Vikings this past weekend. The Bengals are 19-2 this season and will travel to the Franklinton Lions this weekend for their final regular season game. The offensive players of the week are Hawk Schoenfield, Trevion Russell, Jaden Duval, and Max Stamer. The defensive players of the week are Lucas Fountain, Brent Haddock, Jackson Hill McCullers, and Wilson Lassiter.
Thank you very much. Kickoff on the way next. We will have it for you right here on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this
with
house is
brand new
beautiful. I
appliances.
think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Big box stores can sell you a new TV or even speaker wire. What they can't give you is custom entertainment. Creative Wiring Solutions is the area leader in home theater installation. In addition to offering custom design and personalized service, they offer a wide variety of products and services, including speakers, projector screens, and so much more. They'll customize packages and accessories for your individual needs, from small projects like TV mounting to larger projects like full home theater installation. Expect the best with Creative Wiring Solutions.
This is Fuquay-Varina High School football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group. Stop by their new location at the corner of Main Street and Raleigh Street, and always online at theabsherrealtygroup.com. By the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart, and online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. By Dickens Insurance Agency, proudly serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. By Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center, next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. By Window Effects, give your ride that touch that will make heads turn. By P. Castle's Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game. By the Strong Center for Excellence, empowering youth on and off the court and field. And by Creative Wiring Solutions, the area's leader in custom home entertainment. Now, with a call of the game alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's the voice of the Bengals, Rand Northam.
No Coach Cole tonight. Rand Northam alongside Evan Rogers. Luke Anderson is our producer, and Nate Perez is our videographer. We are ready to kick things off. Our keys to the game tonight on offense: ball control, score early, and limit the penalties. Don't take themselves out of the game. Out of plays and exit series early. We'll talk about the defense in just a moment, as the Bengals will have it on offense to start things off after this return. It will be returned up to the 16, 17-yard line. No hash marks on the field tonight, so the down and distance is going to be difficult. And Evan, boy, I'll tell you what, I went back and did the stats this past week by video, and it gave me a newfound respect. Again, a renewed respect for what you do, because I have the ability to stop the game, rewind the game, pause the game, check on a number. I know you don't have that ability every week, so thank you for everything you do, and best of luck tonight.
Oh, no hash marks.
That's right. That'll be tough. First down and 10 and a fumble on the opening drive, but it is fallen upon by Sakiti Uzandu. He goes for a loss of, looks like a long 1, maybe 2. I'll say second down and 12. On the defensive side for the Bengals, keys to the game tonight: don't give up the big plays, get the takeaways, and shut down Alston. We'll talk more about him as we missed the Trojan scouting report in the pregame tonight. We will get back to it here in a moment. Jackson Barker is moved into the B-back position tonight, as you saw Sakiti Uzandu getting that opening carry, but Barker getting the second carry of the night, as Matthew Lyons still a little shaken up. Got his knee tweaked a couple weeks ago, or last week, I believe. And, 2 weeks ago against Apex Friendship. So we might not see him too much tonight. Might see him some. Sakiti Uzandu subbing out as Dylan Smith subs in. But Jackson Barker is going to get a majority of those carries from the backfield here tonight. Third down and 8 now, as the Bengals need to get an opening drive first down. Bengal box setting up on the left-hand side. You can imagine the Bengals are going to go to the left, maybe some misdirection. This will be a toss sweep. Barker breaks off what would be a tackle. Now a nice stiff arm, cups up the middle, has some blockers, has some room to run. It's a foot race, down to the 40. Another stiff arm, fighting a defender, gets it down to the 15. Big run by Jackson Barker, down to the 19-yard line. Huge run. Give yourself that time. Allow the things to materialize, and you can take it. First down for the Bengals inside the red zone.
That was an impressive run. I mean, the patience and then 2 stiff arms. Jackson's a big kid. He's a strong sophomore.
He is.
I would not want to be trying to tackle that kid.
Man, that was impressive. And again, to his blockers out in front of him, and then to him just waiting for it, having the patience, and then not giving up every step of the way down the field. Big play for the Bengals. Man in motion is Pierce. He gets the pitch. He takes it to the right-hand side, gets met by the defense of the Garner Trojans. That being Joshua Nikolic. He had a sack last week against Apex High School. Second leading tackler on the team right now with 10.1 tackles per game and 5 tackles for a loss. He's also got 2 sacks on the season. No gain there. Second down and 10. We'll be watching out for him. You heard Coach Hall talk about it. Tyler Peacock is the leading tackler. 2 interceptions, a sack last week, 11.7 tackles per game by this young man. And he's out of the right outside linebacker position. Carry that goes up the middle for 2, maybe 3. They'll say 2 on the board. We'll go with it as well. And it'll bring up third down and a short 8. Isaiah Burton Miller credited for the tackle. Play clocks are active again tonight. Glad to see them here at Bengal Stadium as we got a late substitution coming off Sakiti Uzandu. They're going to have to call a timeout, as Jeb Hall, as that would have been considered an illegal substitution as they broke the huddle with 12 players. So the Bengals are going to have to take an early timeout, but a smart timeout. Save it here on third down and 8. You cannot lose these 5 yards. Bengals need to get a score in this opening drive, especially as Barker rolled down the field a total of 61 yards on that long third down. Bengals got to get out of here with some points after that strong possession there.
Yeah, and I'm looking for a play call here, just probably get half the yards, try to get a 4 or 5 yard play because we're not really a big play offense, and this is definitely 4-down territory for the Bengals. And I just want to see, like maybe a stretch run, a counter would be nice. Counter would be nice to break out, but up the middle is going to be tough. I mean, they got big number 79. I don't know his name, but that's a big dude, and I saw him get in on the Sakiti tackle earlier tonight, and that's a tall task right there.
You make a really good point. It goes back to what we were talking in the pregame. 1-0 every play, and in this one, you don't have to get the first down.
No.
Get half the yardage, get a majority of the yardage, and then get it on fourth down. Pitch out to the left-hand side. Bengals get a few as Barker gets the pitch. Lots of nice reads by Braswell last week. It's actually just about 1, maybe 2 yards on the carry, so not really enough for the Bengals. Do you go for a field goal here? The Bengals have kicked 1 all season. Do you try to get some points and put something up there?
I mean, from
They're
here
not going to sub in for it.
33-yarder?
I think he's got the leg, but they're going to go for the 6 and go for the first down here.
Try to draw him off sides.
Absolutely. Braswell rolls out to his right. Looks for the pass. Pass is complete. Gets the first down. Tucks it upfield. Excellent pass and catch. And an excellent decision. Run, and then pass. And who do you pass it to? Jackson Barker, your player of the last 2 weeks. He was the offensive player of the game presented by P. Castles Law PLLC last week, and boy, he wants another honor this week as the Bengals move the chains, get inside the 10, out to the 6-yard line now, first down and goal.
And that's just an example right there of how Braswell's grown up over the season. I mean, week 1, week 2, week 3, he's not making that pass. He's panicking when he's got the pressure, but stayed calm, rolled out, great pass, great first down.
Absolutely, great point.
Man in motion again, same formation here. Uzandu gets it. He'll reach for the pylon. Does he have enough? Not yet. Gets it down to the 1-yard line. And the Bengals will have second down and goal from the 1. Second down and goal on the big run by Sakiti Uzandu. Above all else, ball control is huge right here for the Bengals. You cannot turn the ball over now, as the Bengals have had trouble with so much all season long. Get the offensive line push, no. There will be no gain, maybe a gain of a couple inches, but it is Marcus Shaw who gets in there, gets the tackle for no gain. He's another big one, a sack last week against Apex. And then on the other side of the defensive line is the sack leader, Rayvon Fussell. He's got 6 sacks, almost a full sack per game on the season. 1 caused fumble and a blocked field goal for him as well. That's a stout offensive line. Third down, goal, up the middle, touchdown Bengals! Sakiti Uzandu punches it in from 1 yard out, and the Bengals go up on the Garner Trojans 6-0. Talked about that one and just how big that series was and how big it is now for the Bengals to continue. You go up, you think about the Holly Springs game and the Apex Friendship game. They have done it before this season. They have gone up on their opponents, and then somehow they've lost the momentum. They have lost their possessions as the kick is no good. Pushed it, I guess, to the left there and missed that field goal or point after, as that is not a normal thing for the sure foot of Matt Jones. That is the 5th missed PAT of the season. I believe 2, maybe 3 of those being blocked this year.
I can't remember the last one he just straight up missed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he even had one, what was it? Yeah, one blocked the last week against South Garner, and that was like the 3rd time they attempted the PAT, and things were all over the place because the the line judge on the far side of the field decided, and it was the Fuquay-Varina side, same guy that the Bengals had against Middle Creek last season. I don't know if you remember that one, but he is a stickler for lining up straight on the line. And if you are not in a perfect line, you're going to get the call against you. So he did plenty of that last week as well. 6:01 on the first quarter clock. Bengals lead it 6-0 on top of the Garner Trojans. Bengals will kick it to the near sideline. Short kick as usual, and the kick will come up, or the return will come up to the 43, where the Garner Trojans will have it, 1st down and 10. That drive was a total of 10 plays for 82 yards and a touchdown, as Sakiti Uzandu punched it in from the 1 yard line. PAT no good. Bengals leading 6-0. Yes, let's hold off on that. Sorry, just a moment. We will get you those. Thank you, Luke. Here in just a moment between these plays, I want to tell you a little bit more about our sponsors here tonight. 1st down and 10, Nolan McLean with the first handoff to none other than Derek Alston, as he lowers his shoulder and is met by 3 Bengals that it takes to bring him down, as that is Pointinger, Carlin, and one other. 2nd down and 1 with a 9-yard gain on that opening carry.
Have you gotten your all sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FVHSBoosterClub.com.
McLean rolls out, passes over the right-hand side, falls incomplete. Boy, something we saw a lot of last night at the Appalachian State game is just dropped passes. That would have been a whole different ball game if they would have caught 25%, maybe 50% more of those passes. That would have been totally different. But a drop pass tonight, that'll be something that'll certainly help out the Bengals here tonight as well.
Let's do that one next. Sorry. Third down, 1 to go. After this third down, we'll hear more about the Aviator Smokehouse and wrap up those comments from our pregame show as the tackle is made, but after the first down is gained by the Garner Trojans up to the 46-yard line.
The dreams started in the backyard smoking meat. Then the homegrown recipes were brought to downtown Fuquay-Varina to share with all. The Aviator Smokehouse has something for everyone, from smoked wings deep fried to order to homemade onion rings to smoked pork and ribs. All their food is made in-house with pork from North Carolina and farm to table whenever possible. Whether you're going solo, a date night, or a party of 100, make your choice the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Check them out online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
They are the sponsor of our Bengal Game Day presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. First down, handoff. McLean gets it again. Nice hit by Gabe Davidson, but Alston able to continue to carry it ahead. Good gain of about 8, it looks like. Nolan McLean on the season, 55 of 96. Again, missed the first 4 games of the season, being overseas with a baseball trip. 911 yards in the games that he has played this year. Not a big rushing threat, not a rushing threat at all, really. 182 yards per game, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions this season for the quarterback of the Garner Trojans. Boy, that would be a great stat for the Bengals to get here tonight. Second down, 2 to go. Nice. Big stop there by the defensive line of the Bengals. First there to meet him, looks like was Javian Bolware as he bowls his way through that offensive line of the Garner Trojans. They're going to say no gain, and that's a big no gain there. Third down and 2 to go. And the Trojans have not thrown on this set of downs. 1 incomplete pass so far tonight for Nolan McLean. Derek Alston, 101 yards per game on the season, a long of 52. He's got 708 yards on the season. There's that fake toss sweep pass over to the left-hand side, complete, and right there to get him is Pulvin Horton, the top receiver for the Garner Trojans, pulls that one down. Again, 77 yards on the season per game for Horton. He pulls down the first down, and a good tackle there made by Fuquay-Varina. Shea Pittman, the second one in there to get him, or the first one in there to make that tackle, excuse me. And the completion up to the 31-yard line, where it will be another fresh set of downs.
That's not 2 plays now where they do that little fake pitch into a, I guess that was a pass play, and the other one was a run up the gut, so be prepared for them to run the pitch.
They do that fake toss sweep a whole ton, and then, they will absolutely do the toss a number of times. Alston takes it to the left-hand side this time and is stopped after a good gain, maybe about 5 there. Shea Pittman in on the tackle again. He's had a busy night tonight already. Pointinger in there to help out as well. And that'll be a long 5. This might be 2nd and 6 here, so a gain of, what do you think, Evan? 4 or 5.
I put it down for 5.
I'm
looking at the chains tonight. I'm not even looking at that.
I hear you
completely.
It's a nice looking field. They did put down some rye.
It looks
there's
great
a little
for
bit of green
November.
down there. Exactly.
Other than the hash marks.
Yeah, would love to see that paint. Toss sweep this time out to the right-hand side. Bengals getting some pressure in there, then shedding off those blockers. Nice tackle made by Connor Rosenblum. Also Joe Carlin in there to help out as well. But a big one by Rosenblum, as that'll be a gain of 1, maybe 2, and 3rd down and 4 coming up now. The ball just outside the 25-yard line, and the Bengals making a stop here would be huge. 4-down territory, I would imagine, as Eli Bondurant, actually the first score of the game for the Wake Forest game was I believe it was a 37-yard field goal from Eli Bondurant to put 3 up against Wake Forest. That a loss for them, 52-17 back on September 20th. But this will be a handoff that goes up the middle. There he is, Andrew Vines. He's that number 2 back for the Garner Trojans, and he gets exactly what he needs, carrying it up the middle, and gets the first down up to the 19-yard line. So the Trojans inside the red zone now for the first time here tonight, and just slowly and methodically making their way down the field here, just as the Bengals did. Of course, the Bengals pinching off a 61-yard run to help out on a big 3rd down. First down and 10. And a whistle and a stoppage, and this is going to be a flag against Garner as, boy, just like last week, we're going to see an offsides against the offense. It's one of the Trojans actually setting up offsides, which will back them up 5 yards here. That's the first penalty of the night, if I do recall correctly, and that's going to be a big thing. If the Bengals can win the penalty battle here tonight, and especially the turnover battle too, or at least break even on the turnover battle, but winning the penalty battle tonight will be huge for the Bengals.
And this next 3 set of downs is huge because you start behind the chains. If you can contain, I don't know what number 3's name is. He's a strong runner.
Yeah, Alston.
Alston, yeah, he's a very strong runner, but you got to contain him for these next 3 downs and try to get a stop.
Setting up with a fullback this time, as they have a number of times. Toss sweep to Alston out on the left-hand side. Looked like there could have been something in the area of holding there, but nothing called as, was it Pittman who had some pressure, I think, on that far side, tried to get in there and get the tackle. They limit him to 5 1/4 yards on that carry, back to the original line of scrimmage and just inside of that. And the Bengals they're at 2nd down and 10 now. In the Holly Springs game on October 4th, Golden Hawks were able to shut down senior running back Derek Alston, and that really made for a positive contest for the Golden Hawks on that game at Trojan Stadium. Pass complete to the left-hand side, again to Paul Van Horten, and that will bring 3rd down and 5 with the Bengals closing the first quarter with a 6-0 lead. The Trojans are marching right now, and we'll see what they have to do if they can close out this series on the other side of this timeout. Bengals 6, Trojans 0 at the end of 1 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Bengals 6, Trojans 0 at the end of 1 quarter. Boy, if each team has 1 quarter plus a little bit for a drive, we're not going to see many drives here tonight. But so far, that is what we have seen. 1 drive each team, and both of them long and methodical, especially the Garner Trojans right now. 3rd down and about 5. Toss sweep to Alston. Takes it to the right-hand side, then tries to reverse fields. He does so. Brings it back over to the left-hand side now, and he will not get the first down. He ran, what did he run, 25, 30 yards?
We have a late flag, and are they going to call a face mask on that tackle?
Interesting. As they're going to move this forward big time. That would be half the distance to the goal if that is, in fact, the call. Maybe a holding call. And it's a 5-yard face mask against. Oh, interesting. Offensive. So Alston is actually called, I guess, when he was going down, or was it on a block? Regardless, it's 5 yards against Garner, and that is a huge penalty, as that'll push it back to 3rd down and 8 now. And the Bengals made a great stop there. Again, Alston was moving left and right, and he probably ran 25 to 30 yards right and left.
He wanted to get the touchdown. He could have just lowered his shoulder and gotten the first down.
He could have, absolutely. Bengals had a stop there, but they've got another opportunity now as they try it again here. 3rd down and 8. And the Trojans are going to take a timeout. They know how important this drive is right here and getting these points. They've got 2 downs to get a first down here, but they want to make sure that they finish off this drive smartly
and getting points at the end of it. They can take the lead if they get the touchdown and complete that PAT as well. Let's hear from our presenting sponsor of the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Are you in the market to buy or sell your home? Based in downtown Fuquay-Varina, 1 minute from Fuquay-Varina High School on Broad Street, there's one team with the knowledge and experience to help you make the best decision for you and your family. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group have agents from many real estate backgrounds, such as previous military, national relocation, and locals. They promise to exceed your expectations. Call Krista Absher, 919-753-6518 or theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Thank you very much. Make sure you follow along with us. We've got live stats for you again this week. Live stats are brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. Right now, the Bengals with 82 yards on that opening drive, 39 yards for the Garner Trojans. The Bengals with a 6-0 lead. No penalties yet for Fuquay-Varina either. 2 penalties on the opposite side. And right now, no great proficiency on first and second down, but 2 for 3 on third down and 1 for 1 on fourth down. Those are big things for the Bengals. Quickly to the line out of the huddle are the Garner Trojans. They wanted to set something up quickly there. Pass that goes into the end zone for the touchdown. That goes complete to Tyler Peacock coming out of the tight end position. That's only his second catch of the season, and he gets it for the touchdown from 18 yards out to tie up this contest 6-6. Again, came out of the huddle, set up something there quickly in that timeout, came quickly out of the huddle right to the line. Looked like something an Auburn team would do. What's another team that does kind of that quick huddle offense like that? And quickly to the line. Appalachian State does it sometimes too. In for the block to keep this game tied up. Ball's up in the air, and you cannot return it.
Yeah.
But the Bengals do what they need to do. Gabe Davidson keeps it knotted up at 6 here with the big block.
It's a Panther Creek flashback right there. Came
Absolutely.
in on week 1.
But, again, look at that. I mean, that's exactly what the Bengals need to remember.
And that's the play-by-play thing you're talking about. Like, if you get that touchdown deflated, if they make that PAT and you look on the scoreboard and you see you're losing, with this young team, you would probably see them go on to this next drive, play flat, but you get a big play by a senior Gabe Davison, getting that block PAT, you get some momentum, you look on the scoreboard, you say, oh, it's a tied game, we can play this football game.
Absolutely. That was incredible. So glad to have Davidson back in this one. Big block by him. Tie ball game, 6 apiece, and 2 very long sustained drives. Really great offensive series. Couple penalties on the Garner Trojans. We'll keep an eye on them as the night goes on and see if that affects them at all tonight. But 14 plays, 58 yards with the with the touchdown going to Parker. Uzandu putting some speed on, trying to get a big return here, brings it up to the 35-yard line where the Bengals will go first down and 10. And again, a blocked PAT. 11-14 is where the that drive came to an end for the Garner Trojans. And Davidson, man, he's got some great speed.
Oh,
Small guy.
Little dude.
Yeah, but
flies in there.
He sure does. And
out of a cannon.
Didn't even have to, reach out for it. He was still upright on that one, put his arms up, got the block, and I wish you could return him because the Bengals could have taken the lead back with that one there. Hand off to Uzandu, taken up the middle, then slammed down to the ground after the whistle. It'll go for no gain. The offensive line with a nice push there to keep it right back up. And look at that. Uzandu with an injury. That is why that play should be flagged when they throw him to the ground after the whistle goes. I hate to see that. And he is really angry. As he should be. I mean, that just...
Especially at the high school level. I mean, you see on Saturdays and Sundays they sometimes let it go. But in the high school level, that when you're not trying to get kids injured, I mean, that's got to be a flag every time.
Man in motion is Barker. Barker cuts it up as he saw the defense cutting in on him there, but he will get no gain as this defense of the Garner Trojans, that'll actually give him a half a yard on it. And now a little bit of acting down on the field, it looks like, as a guy went flying
I hope we got
backwards.
a good shot of that.
Yeah. Looks like it was in our camera shot, so we'll look back at that one. But that was some theater there. You sign him up, Luke.
All right. We could use some stuntmen.
You need some stunts done for Harvey. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, no, but loving the enthusiasm.
There you go. Third down, big third down for the Bengal offense here, with trips tightly stacked to the right-hand side, and the Bengals are going to go to the air. It's over the middle, pass complete, and Ethan Burke pulls it down for the first down. Beautiful pass and catch as he gets a gain of 12 up to the 47-yard line, and first down and 10. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Big third down conversion there. And again, that's where all the first downs have come from, except for that one fourth down is on third down here tonight. First and 10. Man in motion is Barker as Braswell cuts it up the middle. He saw the defense just sniffing that one out and couldn't get the pitch out to Barker. Smart play. Again, we're seeing the maturity that we've seen grown throughout the years here by Jacob Braswell here tonight. 0 for 4 last week against South Garner, but put his display on running. He's had 7 carries for 75 yards and that 12-yard touchdown. Did have a fumble last week, but that 12-yard touchdown was an impressive one by him. And he's doing some more good work here tonight. Tight set to the left-hand side this time. Shotgun snap, fake toss sweep, and then the delayed handoff that will go for a loss. Loss of about a half a yard maybe, and it will be third down and 9 coming up now, and another big third down here for the Bengals.
Gosh, it just feels like offensive line tonight's definitely been losing the battle in the trenches. I mean, anything going up the gut tonight, it's been pretty much immediate contact by the defense, so they've got to get a good push if they want to have any shot in this game tonight. 3 for 5 on third downs here tonight now for the Bengals, and they need another big one here. You can't give it back into the hands of the Garner Trojans. I would imagine that Lyons is going to come out for the punting game here tonight. We hope we don't have to use him at all tonight, but he is injured. Rolling out to the left-hand side. Pass is incomplete. No flag. He had some pressure in the backfield. Little tap on the helmet from either player, and nothing hurt there except for the Bengals falling incomplete there and bringing up fourth down. So Lyons is going to trot out onto the field. He will try to punt this one away and try to flip the fields here and give the defense some room to work with on fourth down and 9. 7:49 clock stops. 6-6 the score right now. Lions awaiting the snap with 8 seconds on the play clock. Kicks it away. Nice kick away from a return man. Good bounce and picking it up on the bounce. Returning the opposite way. He is able to get away from a few would-be tacklers, and then Gabe Davidson chases him down. And interesting. Do we have a flag down? And we do. So there's a flag on the far side of the field. Looks like it's going to go against Fuquay, so they're probably going to decline it unless they want to try to get him to re-kick. It's not terrible field position, but it's a legal procedure on Fuquay-Varina. And we'll see what the Thurman Leach and the head coach of the Trojans and the rest of the coaching staff wants to do. Looks like they're going to decide to take it where it is. Oh, so they can elect to take the 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick, or from the end of the return, and that's what they'll do. So they'll take the ball at the 32-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for the Garner Trojans. First penalty of the night for the Fuquay-Varina Bengals there, and now the defense with some big work to do. You can't let Garner come in, get a big defensive stop there, and then take this down and take the lead. And in on that tackle was Gabe Davison. He looks like, I guess he's not limping that much anymore, but he did look like he was in pain earlier.
We'll keep an eye on that as the evening goes along. First down and 10 from the 32. You see Burke actually coming up in a cornerback blitz here on the right-hand side. He is going to, unfortunately, overrun Alston as Alston went up the right-hand side of the offense, and he gains close to 5 on the first down. Alston tonight before that carry, doing a lot of the work for the offense. 18 carries so far. Vines coming in for 9 as well. And it'll bring up as Linkus gets in on the tackle. Caden Linkus is the leading tackler now for the Bengals with 29 tackles. Taking a look at Davidson, he's got 24, and that's missing, 3 games? Can you imagine what his numbers would be if he was able to be in all season long? Alston stopped initially, then ran backwards, and because he ran himself backwards, he did not get that full forward progress there. So only a gain of about 1 brings up 3rd down and 4. The Bengals can get a stop here. This would be huge. Bengals need to stand up strong and get the stop. I can imagine we're going to see something through the air from McLean, but Alston's strong on the carries as well, so watch out for him. Don't jump off, that's for sure. Fake toss sweep, pass to the left-hand side. 2 Bengals there, but it is complete on the left-hand side. Nice pass and catch, and again, Paul Van Horten just beating those defenders and beating them by 2 or 3 yards. So even though it was underthrown just by a hair, Horton was able to step back without any problem getting in the way, and that problem being would-be defenders. That brings up a fresh set of downs just outside the red zone at the 22-yard line. 6:07, the clock rolling here in the second quarter. And just as much as the Bengals needed to stand on their heads on 3rd down and short, they need to on 1st down here. This will be a handoff to the fullback. Don't actually have a name for little stout number 44. But he gets the call and carries ahead. That'll be a 2nd down and about 6 on the 4-yard gain on 1st down. Gave them 3 up on the board. I wouldn't argue with that. Ball at the 19-yard line. Second down, handoff to Vines, who's in the fullback position now, and Vines moving north to south and getting some good yardage there before a couple of Bengals are able to make the stop. And Gabe Davidson, one of those in on the tackle. Looked like Javian Bulware, the other. That will be enough for a 1st down just outside the 10-yard line now, about 11, maybe 11 and a half. That means the Trojans can get a 1st down before getting a touchdown. And this time, just as the Bengals did in their previous offensive drive, using a big play to move the chains down, and this time now chipping away at it more and more. Alston with the carry that time as he carries it out the left-hand side. Gain of about 6, 2nd down and 4 coming up at the 6-yard line. Again, Vines on the season, 18 carries, 126 yards. He brings in about 16 yards per game, but he's got some important ones that he's done. This will be Vines again as he gets the play called to his number, and it will not be a 1st down. It's a fumble. They stop the clock, and I don't know if I've seen the official signal. And they do. Wow. Bengals get it right on the goal line. Big turnover for Fuquay-Varina. Bengals get new life after a quick two set of downs, turnover on downs or punt on the last series. That was huge. We talked about it, keys to the game, getting takeaways, and that's the first one of the night.
Getting takeaways and one play at a time, like
absolutely.
You said. I mean, you thought defense might be deflated inside the 10-yard line, kind of give up, get a fumble, turn this game around.
And 1st down and 10 with the heels on the goal line for Fuquay-Varina's offense. This will be a handoff that goes up the middle. And look at that push by the offensive line. And Sikidiu Zandu pushing the ball going north to south, getting a fresh set of downs just short of the 15-yard line. Luke, tell us about our presenting sponsor.
There's one team in the Triangle that has the best game plan for selling your home. It starts with a well-priced home, which will often generate competing offers and drive up the final sale price. The players you want on your side are the Absher Realty Group. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today and tell them you want to be on Team Absher.
Thank you very much. First down and 10 again. Braswell keeps it and just takes it himself the whole way. Would have loved to see his opportunity to continue to read that pitch there. Looked like Pierce had even a better angle on that one, had some more room to run on the outside, but I love the energy that Braswell is bringing to this read option here in the last couple of weeks, as that was a good carry, almost a full 5-yard gain there. We'll give him 4. New life for the Bengals right now with 3:11 to play in the second quarter. 2 timeouts left to give for the Bengals here in the first half as well. Bengals shift with a tight trip set to the left-hand side, 1 split out to the right-hand side. This will be a toss sweep as Barker will get the play call and get slung to the ground. It'll be a gain of about a yard up to the 20-yard line. Just short of that, and probably no gain there. No, it looks like they will give him the gain. So 3rd down and 5 now coming up. Big 3rd down here as the Bengals want to continue the momentum, continue this momentum down the field and try to get some sort of points before the end of the first half. They'll set up the tight trip set to the right-hand side this time and look and see if the toss sweep goes that way. Motion on the defensive line. They didn't get him to jump off fully. Braswell trying to get him on the hard count, though. He will move back to the shotgun or the pistol, and Coach Hall will call his second timeout of the first half. Interesting that they were trying to pull that 5 and really almost got it.
I thought they
on
did.
3rd down.
I really did.
Exactly.
Think they did.
And it's really interesting to see. Of course, it's all about the neutral zone and exactly where they jump to, where he starts set up. But interesting to see the officiating crews and which ones decide that a little twitch like that will be just enough to get the penalty. But that time, not enough for this officiating crew. Again, make sure to follow along with us. Live stats are brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. Visit r3sports.org/Bengals. Go to the schedule and results, and you can follow along as we are here tonight. 111 yards of offense for the Bengals so far, 89 of those being on the ground. Bengals winning the turnover battle 1-0, winning the penalty battle right now too. 1 penalty for 5 yards on the Bengals, 2 for 9 on the Garner side. But still, you keep that ratio right where it is, and you're giving yourself a better and better chance throughout the rest of this evening to take a W here tonight.
Yeah, you see the Bengals winning the penalty battle, winning the turnover battle, and then also they're playing Fuquay football. This is a long, sluggish, kind of ground-and-pound game, where in the past we've seen them kind of go like big play, big play. If we continue this low, methodical kind of play, be a good night for the Bengals.
3rd down and 5. Big one here. This will be a delayed handoff to Barker. Barker carries it off the left-hand side. Good enough gain for a first down as he gets it outside the 25-yard line and moves the chains again. Clock rolls under 2 minutes now. 6-6, a tie score. And that is not by field goals here tonight. That is a pair of touchdowns, one on either side, a missed PAT from Fuquay-Varina, and a blocked PAT by Gabe Davidson of the Bengals to keep this game knotted up. Braswell will take it himself all the way, tries to use the wide side of the field again. He is slung down, kind of slid down there at the end, and actually pulls his jersey down a little bit there with a gain of a few. Looks like they give him a full 3. So 2nd down and 7 coming up. Again, used the field to his benefit. Had some blockers out there, but the defenders then got through them a little bit. 1 minute, 15 seconds now to play here in the second quarter, and all of a sudden the Bengals are kind of running out of time, waiting for that big 80-yard carry here. I guess it would be fewer than that, but waiting for the big carry for sure, as Nigel Pierce gets the call from the backfield this time and actually loses some of the work that Braswell gains. Now, at the end of the day, you get out of this series and you don't let Garner get the ball back. That is obviously plan A. Plan B, let's call it. Plan A would be getting down there and making a big run and getting the touchdown. But nonetheless, you don't want Garner to come out of this one and get the ball back and be able to get something on the board before they get the ball to start off the second half. Braswell under center, now moves back to the pistol. Trying to get 5 more yards, maybe this time gets it. As a couple of hard counts.
Can't even throw a flag.
And that is offside, so that will give the Bengals just a little bit more room to work with. Now, the clock continued to roll throughout all of that. Again, clock maybe at this point not necessarily a factor. Maybe you're looking for one counter to try to run at this. What is this? Where are we sitting now? The numbers are light tonight. So sitting at the 33-yard line.
33.
So 67 yards, 67 yards, sorry. Maybe you're looking for all of that on one big play. Zandu gets the carry, and a timeout's going to be called smartly by the Garner Trojans. It's going to be with 1.1 up on the second quarter clock. Zandu carries it close to the first down. As long as you punt this ball away,
I wouldn't even
and
punt
really
it.
run it.
I would just
just
run it, go in punt formation, let Lions hold it back there, and just fall to the ground. Like,
absolutely,
good point. Kill a second.
Good point. Yep, but not giving it to the Trojans is key here in this one. As the Trojans take their third and final timeout, Bengals still do have one timeout if they get into some sort of situation here where they need to take the timeout and make sure something is all set. Trojans, have one more timeout left to give as well here in this one. So both teams with that at the end of the first half here. Stay tuned for Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. We will bring you your player profile, an interview with a dual player, football and basketball player coming up to start off that. As Evan sat down with him, we'll have your college football preview for the weekend. We're going to leave last night's game behind us. And then
what game last night? I don't know.
Exactly. Fourth down, Bengals will look for the long pass down the right-hand side, and that will go over the head. Not a bad idea. Ethan Burke, the intended receiver. Bengals and Trojans all knotted up at 6 apiece. Halftime at Bengals Stadium. Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. On the other side of this timeout, as the Bengals will look to see what they can do in the second half to try to take this very important W. On the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Houses in the Triangle are selling quickly. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have someone on your side making sure you get every penny your home is worth. Krista Abshur and her team at the Abshur Realty Group want to make selling your home as stress-free and seamless as possible. And they'll help you find your next home, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, moving across the street, or across the country. Next time you're at Bengal Stadium, look to the scoreboard for contact information from this network's presenting sponsor and a premier Bengal Booster Club sponsor. Visit theabshurrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, honey, where should we eat tonight?
Let's see. Oh, how about the Aviator Smokehouse? I want to try their buffalo fried chicken wrap.
Oh, yeah, we should start with the beer-battered onion rings. Ooh, and how about some smokehouse ribs? Then maybe I'll go with the...
Whoa there, Tiger. We can go again later. You don't have to try it all tonight.
I know. Maybe I'll just add the smokehouse salad on the side, too?
Whatever you say, dear.
Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Welcome into Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. It's time to break down the first half with stats and analysis. We'll take a look around the triangle with scores from tonight's matchups. And we'll preview this weekend's action on the college and professional gridirons. But first, let's step off the gridiron and meet the Bengals, a new student athlete each week. Here's your host for Bengals at the Half, Evan Rogers.
Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance. I'm here with Darius Briley for this week's player profile. And Darius, introduce yourself a little.
I'm Darius Briley, starting strong safety, and I'm also on the varsity basketball team.
And Darius, this is your first year competing for the Bengals on the gridiron. And how would your experience go this year, being your first year with Fuquay football?
It was very good. It's still good, very great. Something new. I liked it. Very physical, and it was a struggle for me in the beginning, but it's good now. It's a great outcome.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, definitely a transition, but you personally have turned out a very successful season leading the team in interceptions, and also I can say you've been a leader out there on the field. And being on the basketball team, what would you say the outlook for Fuquay basketball this year would be?
I've seen some of the players. I see a lot of returners, like you, for instance. I feel like it's going to be a really great season for us. Like, we can really do something serious this year.
And, that's good to hear. And good luck with the rest of the season for football. And we'll be glad to have you once basketball season starts.
Thank you.
Once again, your reigning player of the game, defensive player of the game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC, Darius Briley, and this week's player profile as well as we – That's a half non-football player profile. You talked a lot about basketball, and
very exciting.
I know you're getting everything started, and have tryouts already taken place?
Tryouts. What they call the preliminary roster, because we do have a few football guys coming at the end of the year. Years past, it's been with Fuquay being in the playoffs, we play possibly 2-3 games without our full team. But
right, absolutely.
This year might not be the case.
Yeah, it's certainly not lining up to be that way right now, but hey, like we talked about, I don't think that got onto our broadcast. We had some technical difficulties, unfortunately. So we were talking, though, about how that can line up. So if Fuquay wins tonight, wins next week against Middle Creek, that's a lot. I mean, that's at least 24 minutes away is next week. You got to win tonight first. But if they get to that point, they win both of these games, and Garner, defeats Apex Friendship, then there is a three-way tie between Apex Friendship, Garner, and Fuquay-Varina for second place. After all of that, and just trust us at this point because the tiebreaker is convoluted, then it would be a drawing out of a hat to see who gets that second place bid and gets the automatic bid into the postseason. So the Bengals have a 1-3 shot then at that point to get a postseason bid, and we'll see. But again, have to win tonight against Garner, win next week against Middle Creek, and then we'll see if that decision is made at that point. But that means that postseason is not out of the question right now for Fuquay-Varina, and that's a lot to say considering where the Bengals are sitting right now at 2-7 on the season. We'll continue Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, as an interesting rendition of the halftime show for the marching Bengals. A little bit of interpretive dance as well down there, and we'll let you watch that along. We will bring you the continuation of Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, here in just a little bit. More stats and analysis, and we will have your college football preview as well as we continue. Bengals and Trojans all knotted up at 6 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested, and they're able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements, and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Window Effects has become the leading car and truck window tinting expert in the area. But that's not all. Window Effects has taken the same process developed for your vehicles and applied it to the doors and windows of your home or business. This process guarantees there are no imperfections in the tinting, and the film has a lifetime factory warranty. Protect your home and the valuables in it. Think of Window Effects in Andrew. Search for Window Effects on Facebook. This year's Plays of the Game sponsor on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Fuquay-Varina and Garner 6-6 right now. Bengals at the half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency, here with you as we continue on. And right now it's time for our college football preview, and we toss it over, as always, to Evan Rogers for the games around the country here.
Yeah, this week locally, I could say we have three really good games. You got Chapel Hill playing against Virginia in a really big coastal primetime matchup that could have huge ACC title implications. And then Duke has Notre Dame this week. I think Notre Dame has that agreement since they aren't technically ACC for football. They have to play, I think it's 4 ACC teams since they want to keep their independent status. So Duke got that draw. And NC State plays Wake Forest in Winston-Salem. So 3 really interesting games locally.
Yeah, and that's so fun to see. I mean, the ACC has been up and down as far as football is concerned. I'm glad to see that there's some really good games going on in the ACC, and those are some good ones this weekend for sure. I'm sure there's a couple others nationally that you're looking at.
Yeah, the big one, obviously, Florida-Georgia. That has huge college football playoff implications for sure in the SEC title game. And then no. I'm being shown Penn State, Minnesota. I would rather watch the Oregon-USC game because I know USC isn't ranked, but I think it's in Southern Cal. Oregon is a team that's number 7 in the country, but, I mean, last week against Washington State, they struggled. And USC is a team that one night will lose to BYU, but the next night will look like a ranked team. So I think that game will be interesting.
And who do you have in the Florida-Georgia game? Who do you think has the upper hand in that one?
I got Florida because Georgia coming into the year, people thought they would be a powerhouse. And that game against South Carolina, I watched the whole game, and it was just – that's a bad loss. I mean, South Carolina –
they're not good.
I mean, they just got smacked by Tennessee.
Right.
So that's a really bad loss. I saw Paul Feinbaum say this week that Georgia has no route into the college football playoff after that loss because it's just that bad of a loss. So, yeah, I'll take
especially
Florida
once Appalachian beats South Carolina. That's an even worse loss. And not with how they played last night, that's for sure. Dickens Insurance Agency has been serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. Whether you need coverage for your home, your car, your business, or life insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency has the answer to your question. Give them a call at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Dickens Insurance, a proud supporter of Bengal Athletics. And have you gotten your all-sports seasons pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit fvhsboosterclub.com. Your stats from the first half coming up on the other side of this timeout. Bengals and Trojans 6-6 on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group dedicate their time and lives to helping you make one of the biggest decisions of your life, buying and selling your home. The real estate market in the Triangle is one of the best housing markets in the country, and you will want the most professional, experienced, trained, and knowledgeable agents on your side helping you. Lucky for you, they're based on Broad Street, just a minute from the high school. Mention this ad and receive a free home warranty with your next home purchase. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
The Aviator Smokehouse was established in Fuquay-Varina in 2011 and features some of the finest food Broad Street has to offer. You've got to try their famous Aviator wings with dry rub or maybe the sweet and tangy Hickory Aviator sauce. If you're really brave, you can attempt the Imperial Moco Loco sauce, but you'd better have a cool beverage standing by. That's just a small sample of what's available at the Aviator Smokehouse. There's something there for everyone, so stop by today. The Smokehouse is at the corner of Broad and Stewart or online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty or any of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Your live stats all season long presented to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. Taking a look at the numbers tonight, 121 total yards on offense for the Bengals here tonight compared to 129 for Garner. Boy, talk about very close as far as the numbers are concerned. And the score is as well. Again, the turnover battle, the biggest one here tonight. I think with that one turnover, and especially where it came, Garner was knocking on the door, was about to punch it in.
Yeah.
Fuquay stripped it out, got the fumble, and that play could dictate how the rest of this contest will go here tonight.
Yeah, and like you said in the pregame, this team has shown signs of where they can put together a really good first 2 drives or first quarter, and then as soon as one big bad play goes wrong for them, we see them kind of get deflated. So if we see Garner march in and score that touchdown and we're looking at 13-6 with Garner getting the ball to start this quarter,
right,
it could be looking like, the same old story we've seen the whole year. But now 6-6, we've got, I would say we would have the momentum going into the second half for sure with the home crowd and just feeling like we're playing a really good game. We could maybe have a fun second half for us.
I'll tell you what, we don't give on our kickoffs a whole lot of field with those short kicks. This is the ideal time to kick an onside kick.
Yeah.
If you can kick an onside kick, get the possession to start off the second half. It's not a guarantee, obviously, but, man, that would just flip this whole game upside down right now.
And, I mean, we saw with their first drive, I think it was like 52 yards in 14 plays. So Garner hasn't really shown that they're going to be a big play team. They've shown that they're going to ground and pound. So what's the difference between giving them the ball at the 45 and the 50?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you're right.
When you got chances to get the ball back, which would be a huge momentum swing for the Bengals.
Jackson Barker flirting with 100 yards on the night. 7 carries for 72 yards. Again, one of those carries was 61 yards, so the others haven't been terribly efficient, but he's also got 1 reception for 10 yards as well. He's the leading stat getter here tonight for Fuquay-Varina. And those are your live stats brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6900 or visit creativewiring.com.
We will have one final timeout in your second half coming up on the other side of this timeout. 6-6 Bengals and Trojans on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Winging It Tap House and Grill didn't just remodel their name. They remodeled their restaurant to give you the best eating and entertainment experience possible. Whether you like a place to meet and eat with friends, listen to a local band, or challenge your buddy to a round of bingo, Winging It Tap House and Grill is the place to be in Fuquay-Varina. Winging It Tap House and Grill is located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. New name, same great place.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Fuquay-Varina and Garner all knotted up 6 apiece after one half of play. We are ready for the second half here, and we'll see what the Bengals can do. Garner's going to get the opening kickoff, and we will have that for you coming up next.
Are you getting the most out of your insurance policy? Whether it's life, homeowners, or business insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency will sit down with you and walk you through every step of the process. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie and Monty Bullock at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
And taking a look at our update to the keys to the game, Evan, we talked about ball control. The Bengals right now winning the turnover battle 1-0. Scoring early, the Bengals did that. It took a long, sustained drive, but they did get that opening score. They were able to get on the board first. and then limiting penalties. They're winning the penalty battle right now as well. And on the offensive keys of the game, Bengals doing their part here so far. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's definitely played into why we have a tie game. And this first drive for the defense is going to be a really big part of this game.
Certainly not lining up for an onside kick here, and it looks like they're going to do what they usually do, which is a high kick right to the 35-yard line. It'll be a fair catch. I'm not kidding, man. Man, that would have been the ideal time to do it.
That's a net of 15 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's 15 yards I'm willing to give up there.
Yeah, to increase your chances of getting the ball back and getting momentum, getting a short field if you do get the ball.
Now, a smart Garner team is thinking the same thing. Watch for the onside kick, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying. That would have. I'm not a coach. That's not what I do. But that's where I would have gone. All right, a little bit of camera issue right now. Our producer and videographer Nate and Luke are going to get that all figured out for you. And in the meantime, we'll tell the picture for you through words as the pass goes complete from McLean to the left-hand side. That'll be a gain of 6 up to the 41, or it'll be 2nd down and 4. The completion was to Russell Sanders, his first catch of the night, as Sanders averages 54 yards per game, and Shea Pittman was in on the tackle. 2nd down and 4, and we've got picture back for you. Boy, that was quick, wasn't it? McLean spins off a would-be tackle of Fuquay-Varina, lowers his shoulder as McLean, not the running threat, but that time broke some ankles of some Bengals in the backfield. McLean carries ahead for 1, maybe 2. We'll give him 2 up to the 43. That was only 1. Up to the 42.
It's the hash marks.
That's right. I need them, man. I need them. Hopefully next week for a big, big rivalry game to finish off the season against Middle Creek. 3rd down. McLean steps to his line, calls out a block there that he wants to see on the left-hand side. Gets the shotgun snap, looks to his right the whole time. Passes incomplete. He throws it just a little too hard over the head of Sean Jones-Bennett. Jones-Bennett again averaging 63 yards per game. That brings up a quick 3 and out.
Big.
Now, McLean is the punter.
Is he the punter?
Yep,
Okay.
You've got to watch out for him. He can always throw it.
That's a great punter to have running a fake punt.
It sure is. You got to watch out for him, but a big, big 3 and out here for the Bengals. That's exactly what they needed to start this one off.
And they've got Allison as the up man.
Right, absolutely, yeah. Big, but look at that leg he's got too. As this will be returned, and he cuts up the middle. Not a bad return there, especially with the hang time of that punt. Well done by Ethan Burke. And the Bengals will have it. So the defense standing up there, it will be 1st down and 10 from the, what was that, 27? Lots of people still standing in the way there.
I'm going to call that the 27 because that's what the chains kind of mirror. It's like it's halfway in between. I need a hash mark.
27 and a half? Yeah. 1st down and 10. Bengals tied 6-6 as the line comes set. Braswell under center. Barker goes in motion from the right wing. Sakiti Uzandu has really had nothing going there as the defender got into the backfield quickly. Looked like so that's a different player from the starting offense. That's Jason Harris in on the tackle, number 90. As he got that push into the backfield. No gain for Uzandu. Uzandu with 19 yards on 9 carries now, and the handoff goes to Uzandu up the middle again. 2 straight calls to that dive play down the middle. This time a gain of 2 up to the 30-yard line. So 3, gain of 3, 3rd down and 7 coming up here. I want to see a
counter. We
Yeah.
haven't seen that all night.
Have not seen it all night.
That used to be a bread and butter play earlier in the year.
Worked well last week against South Garner.
To, I guess, vanilla up the gut against a really big Garner up front. So I want to see them stretch this out wide.
Braswell in the shotgun. Passes to the left-hand side, kind of sidearm that one. Pass complete, then gets met. Is that Dylan Smith in on that one or Ethan Burke? That's must be Smith. Dylan, as Burke is on the near side here. So nice catch and rolling that forward, but kind of the same position that Garner was in on the opposite side of the 50 here with a 4th down and a long 1, maybe 2 yards. I'm going to say a long 1, and the Bengals, boy, you think they're going to try a hard snap here? Garner got to be smart for sure, but you know Braswell's going to try it at least once here.
Play clock's off again?
They're going to go for it. Braswell keeps it, has the room to run on the right-hand side. Thought about a late pitch, keeps it, and then gets just met. But exactly what the Bengals needed. Garner thinking the whole way right up the gut, but that is not what Fuquay-Varina was going to take. And Braswell took it to the right-hand side, wanted to pitch it for a little bit more, and now that he got met, I'm thinking he wanted to pitch it even more than that. Great job by Braswell to get the yardage and then some. Another big play and another 4th down conversion tonight. The Bengals are 2 for 3 on 4th downs here tonight now. 1st down and 10 inside Garner territory. Sakiti Uzandu with some room to run to the left-hand side. Gets it down to the 25-yard line, holds on to the ball. Big gain for Zakiti Uzandu. A 23-yard run for the B-back. There he is. We learned last week, Evan, a group of Bengals is a streak.
Okay.
Though they are a, what is it, a lone. They're right, but they're not in packs much. Solitary, thank you, solitary. But an ambush is the other, either a streak or an ambush. Yeah, you start Googling a lot of things. Stuff. Yeah, it's a long game. As Nigel Pierce gets the call, takes a nice carry, and just with the, look, we're seeing some variety in play calls now, and now Garner's on their heels a little bit. With that dive, Garner knew right where they were going. Now, maybe that's exactly what the Bengals were setting up there, and that worked well on 4th down.
Where you see a team run one play over and over and over again and then kind of implement kind of like a fake or an alter to that play.
Yeah, and now the defensive play callers are have some question marks over their heads. What are the Bengals going to come up with next? And the play clock is actually off here at Bengal Stadium again, so we're going to look to the back judge for any of those calls. 2nd down now, ahead of schedule. Late pitch and nicely timed to the right-hand side. Shea Pittman with a big gain as he carries just outside the 5-yard line. Bengals are rolling. 1st down and goal. We did not give you an update on scores from around the SWAC, as there's actually 2 close games going on right now, believe it or not.
2 close ones that shouldn't be,
Yeah, and Holly Springs right now is, in sole ownership of 1st place, and they're going to stay there as long as they get that win. But, boy, they got to be careful here tonight with the score we've seen so far. Braswell fakes the handoff, cuts it up the middle, touchdown Bengals! Excellent read by the junior QB as the Bengals go up again. 6-point lead with 12-6 the score, 6:28 to play, quarter number 3.
And that's just a prime example of how we've seen him literally growing up just throughout the whole year. First week he would just throw picks, fumble the snap, and now we're seeing him make reads on triple option, and he looks like Bryson Braswell.
Dylan Smith with the hold, couldn't hold it down, and now the return not possible. We might not have any PATs tonight. My goodness.
Might have to go for 2?
You might. Now, I was not aware of the change on the college side. Of course, what was it? The UNC game against Virginia Tech. I did not realize that they made this change to the 2-point conversion
like
after.
In hockey.
Yeah. Really
you might as well have the field goal kickers go line up and boot 50-yarders for the win.
Yeah. PKs and shootouts.
Why are you doing alternating? I get they're like player safety, but at the same time,
I think people want to go home.
It's football.
Yeah, administrators want to go home. Maybe not on that level as much, but I don't love it.
But
yeah, 2-point conversion alternating.
You might need a 2-point conversion here tonight. Dylan Smith was the holder, just not a great snap. Couldn't get it down.
Could be because of the weather, like we were saying earlier.
Oh yeah,
this is the first kind of chilly, cold game.
It really is
a little hard football.
Yep.
Getting snapped to you.
Yep. That is for sure. Well, the lead nonetheless for the Bengals, 12-6 right now with 6:28 left to play here in quarter number 3. And this is a shorter kick that goes right into the middle of the field. Smart play. You don't. It's not that much of a difference of yardage, and the Bengals have just a little bit more of a chance to maybe jump on it. So a nice kick there by Matt Jones. As his average is going to be hurt tonight on his kicks. He's been kicking on average this season 31.5 yards per kickoff. But Bengals trying a little bit more with the strategy. Again, just 1 yard shorter than the last kick at the 36-yard line. Quickly to the line are the Garner Trojans, and the toss sweep to Alston on the right-hand side. Has a couple lead blockers and dragging him down by his tail there. Great tackle by Jacob Medlin. Fuquay-Varina coming into this ball game, 26.5 tackles on the season. One of the leading tacklers, actually second leading tackler for the Bengals on this season, and doing his part there after a first down gain that looked like it could have gone for more by Derek Alston. 6:09 to play, third quarter, first down and 10 inside Bengal territory now at the 48. Man in motion from the right wing position. Fake toss again, and this time a carry to Vines again. 2 big gains here for the Trojans. A whistle and a stoppage on the near side, and I'm not real sure what this one's going to be. And as that's going to be a sideline warning, and the near side judge was actually really upset. And now I see the flag. He threw it back at the 46-yard line. I wonder if that was one of those situations. I didn't see it, but I wonder if he actually got tripped, and that's why he was so mad, because you'll see that from time to time. That's why there are coaches' boxes and players' boxes, but he got in the way. Garner right back to the line quickly out of the huddle again. They've been using that a lot. McLean under center. This time the toss goes to Alston again. Linkus was back there, couldn't bring the tackle down, though. That would have been a nice big stop there, but quickly Garner is moving down the field with these big, long runs here, 8 to 10 yards in the last 3 carries. Second down and 8 now. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Clock rolling close to 5 minutes. I formation. McLean under center, taking a little more time this time. The right wing goes in motion again and goes back to his original position. Vines, Metz, Javian Bulware with the big tackle. It'll be a gain of 1, but this time short of the first down, so a big third down coming here for the Bengals. Boy, it would be great for Fuquay-Varina to hold on to the lead here. This is key time right now. Bengals bend but don't break here on defense so far tonight. And quickly McLean to the line. He's going to push forward, continue to roll forward. That was a beautiful play call and perfect timing for Garner to do so. And you could kind of see it setting up there as they quickly came out of that huddle. Ball placed at the 19, maybe 18-yard line. Inside the red zone again are the Trojans. Quickly back to the line again. Bengals have been doing a decent job with that so far here tonight. This will be a toss sweep to Alston again, and he's just been getting some big yardage here tonight as he gets down to the 1-yard line, just outside the goal line, gets a fresh set of downs. And they're actually going to say out to the 3-yard line is where Alston is tackled. Now you've got that 12th defender at your back through the Bengals. They can tighten in a little bit more, put more men in the box,
and try to get a stop here for Garner. They got the turnover last time Garner was this close to the goal line. Let's see if they can do it again. A 12-6 lead for Fuquay-Varina, 3:44 and counting here in the third quarter. McLean, handoff, Alston up the middle, stopped initially, then a second push, but no, he gets in. Alston with 6 more points on the night, and he sprints to his sideline with a big smile on his face, I'm sure. Nice drive by the Garner Trojans to knot this contest up. A very big PAT coming up here for the Garner Trojans.
When buying a home, you want someone to help you who has ethics and integrity and who will go the extra mile to make sure you get everything you desire in your new home. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group will help you find your perfect home. Don't hesitate to call her today. Our presenting sponsor and a premier Bingo Booster Club sponsor, the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
For the first time tonight, Garner takes the lead with 3:33 to play in the third quarter. I think they put 2 guys on Gabe Davidson on the side there, and that's a good call. That's smart.
I mean, we've seen him the whole year come untouched, basically.
Got any scores for us? I know you haven't been looking at them the last couple minutes.
The Holly Springs Apex game is still 14-6. We'll see how
Really?
long that lasts. But the Middle Creek game is now 34-6 in the second
Okay,
quarter.
yeah, pulled away a little bit more on
reality check for South Garner.
Well, hey, I mean, you got to take when you're in that position, you got to take small victories.
When you've got when you've got only juniors, up to juniors, and you've got both a varsity and a JV team, which I was surprised they had this year.
And it was funny. I was at one of the Holly Springs games this year, either the one I wasn't intending to be at, or the week that I was off. And actually, a couple of the players were saying that their JV team
is good.
Just by what they looked at, is good. And they said they think they're also bigger than their varsity team as far as the players themselves.
And I've heard that the coaches might be doing that intentionally, just to kind of preserve those kind of players.
Yep. Build them up, let them get strong. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Well, the return is a good return for Fuquay-Varina, and the Bengals are going to have the ball with 60 yards out in front of them at the Bengal 40. Really appreciate you joining us. Glad you're here with us tonight. Fuquay-Varina and Garner in a battle for, boy, I hate to say it, but fighting for relevancy. Both of these teams right now in the SWAC, as it's not what you expect, and the SWAC is not going to get many bids, probably just 2 in the postseason. And both of these teams fighting for that right now. Braswell with the fake handoff, throws. Double covered was Pierce. Good job by Braswell to throw to where nobody could get it, but throw to an intended receiver. He got banged up there. Really not a late hit as far as the referee is concerned. That'll bring up second down. But a great job. I mean, again, that is a situation where week 1, week 2, Braswell might try to force that, might try to continue to run, get a big loss on the carry, get tackled. But that one he throws it away, but throws it away smartly. First lead for the Garner Trojans right now at 13-6. Handoff up the middle. Sakidu Zandu gets the carry. He'll gain 1-2 yards. Maybe on the near side, he's saying 3 and close to 4. So 3-yard gain. Oh, no, they're going to – yeah, they'll still give it to him. The far side judge or line judge did the same positioning. So 3-yard gain for Zandu. 3rd down and 7. And a huge 3rd down here all of a sudden for the Bengals, as the Bengals have to hold on to this possession here. You can't just count on your defense to make a big stop for you. Let's see what they do. Braswell under center, man in motion from the left wing. Counter for the first time tonight. There goes Jackson Barker. Room to run on the left-hand side. He's got one who pulls him down from the horse collar. They will not throw the flag, though. I don't see it coming down. Looked like he was going to pull it out. He did not. Jackson Barker with a great run. We haven't seen the counter since last week at South Garner. Pulled out at perfect timing. However, there is a flag back at the 39-yard line, and it is on the side of the Bengals. This could be huge and detrimental for the Bengals.
If I had just
said a sideline warning from
that horse collar joke for 5 minutes, would have been perfect right there.
Oh, we do get a horse collar.
They will say it's a horse collar. So
they're
those
offset.
penalties were offset, and I believe they've got to replay the down. Oh, man, killer regardless. I mean, thank goodness that that they offset and you don't have a big loss of downs there, or loss of yardage. You know what? I say run it again. Run that same play again.
Because the blocking scheme on a counter play is it's just so hard to read.
And is Garner really going to think to you, all right, they're going to run it again here? Run it back to back. Why not? Give it a try. We met subs out. Did not see who subbed in right then, but Bengals set up with Barker again on the right wing, Pierce on the left wing, and Uzandu off the right hip. This will be a pass over the middle. Complete! Big catch by Jackson Barker right over the middle. He has had a huge night. Another first down, just short of where he carried it with the counter at the 39-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Bengals have been huge on third down here tonight. That is a stat that they have struggled at all season long. And now tonight, Fuquay-Varina, as my stats reset here, they are 6 of 10, 60% on third down tonight. That's huge. First down and 10, trips receivers to the left-hand side. This is a counter, goes to the right-hand side this time. Pierce has some room to run. He's pushed out of bounds at the 25. Another first down for Fuquay-Varina. That was kind of a different look as it was a counter again, but a counter from kind of a shallow wide receiver position. Bengals rolling again here, down by 1 with 1:47 as the clock stopped with the run out of bounds here in the third quarter. Burke will split out to the left-hand side. Barker is now going to fill the slot. And Pierce at the left wing. And great job by Jacob Braswell to get that snap that was not real clean. And the Bengals still get a gain off of that carry by Uzandu. That looked like it was going to be real scary there real fast. Gain of 2, second down and 8. Ball at the 23-yard line. You can see the blankets are out tonight. It is chilly. It was supposed to be 50 degrees at kickoff, and I'm sure it's well below that now. Pair of wingbacks, one split out to the left-hand side. Barker goes in motion. He will get the pitch deep back there, but has some room to run. Gets the first down, lowers his shoulder inside the 10-yard line. First and goal coming for the Bengals. Big carry. Boy, as deep back as he pitched that ball did Braswell. That scared me for a moment, but they had the wide side of the field to use. Ball just inside the 10. And the ball sitting on the left hash now. Ball control huge here for Fuquay-Varina right now. One play at a time all night long. Bengal box on the right-hand side. The man in the backfield is Barker. He's going to get the toss sweep. He looks for it to set up. Gets an initial block. Fights off a would-be tackler, and he will be pulled down for a loss. That'll be a loss of a yard back to the 10-yard line. The Garner Trojans, I'm sure, have been looking at that play and that setup, that formation, for weeks now, or at least the full last week in preparation of that. When you see that box setting up on either side of the field, that's where they're going every time, and that's the perfect time to pull out something different for Fuquay-Varina.
Oh, yeah.
Have Braswell just bootleg out to the opposite side. I would love to see that one time. 5 seconds left on the clock. Braswell will roll back, get in the pistol, and let the third quarter clock run out as the Bengals staring at second down and goal from the 10. We'll laugh about that when we come back. We'll tell you all about what that flag and why the back judge is laughing right now as well. 12 minutes up on the fourth quarter clock. We'll have that for you coming up next. 13-12. Garner with the lead right now on top of the Bengals on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuffed.
I told you not to eat so much.
I couldn't help it. That sweet and tangy hickory aviator sauce dripping off those wings.
Yeah, well, you sure took a big bite out of my pulled pork sandwich, too.
Oh, and the fries with ranch.
Blue cheese.
Whew, you're gonna have to roll me out of here.
You know, I could have a couple onion rings.
I could eat.
Honey, you can always eat.
Aviator Smokehouse. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
Fuquay-Varina and Garner in a battle here, 13-12. Right now, second down and goal. We'll see some motion from the Bengals again, moving from the right-hand side to the left. Let's see if they take it to the right this time. This will be a different kind of counter as Burke will get the play call, and he will actually lose a yard. And, again, not the full box on the left-hand side, but a tight trip set to the left. And then trying a little bit of misdirection, and Garner read it out the entire time.
Do you think if they don't get this, they try a field goal, take the lead?
Wow, that's a great question. I don't think so. I think they're going to try to go for the score, but I think it's a great time to pull out the field goal. Braswell is going to go to the air, and now he's going to have to roll out to his left, tucks it. Maybe should have continued to go. Gets the touchdown in the corner, yes! 2 arms up in the air to Ethan Burke. Jacob Braswell putting it on a dime as he just rolled out perfectly. Scared me there for a moment. I wasn't sure if he was going to get in front of the line of scrimmage when he tossed that ball. Great pass, great maturity, and the Bengals are going to go for 2.
Got it.
Bengals up 6 right now. Sorry, 5. I can't math. Math are hard. And the Bengals are going to go for 2 to try to go up the full 7. Got to do it. 6 doesn't really help you. Man in motion from the right wing. This will be a handoff. Uzandu gets close, but not enough. As the Bengals hold on to the lead, 18-13, get the lead back now with 11:16 left to play in the fourth quarter. Got to say right there, too, really proud of the players and the coaching staff for switching from the PAT look to that 2-point option without having to take a timeout.
Yeah,
that could be huge down the line, keeping those timeouts here in the second half. Really glad to see they were able to accomplish
and that shows the maturity that the Bengals have definitely developed over the season. And
exactly.
I mean, that pass, you could say, could be the best pass of the season.
Yeah.
That was an impressive,
that was
perfectly placed ball.
Again, I saw Braswell running that all the way. He had a lane. He could have tucked it and run it. But excellent pass right in the back corner of the end zone to his boy. I mean, Ethan Burke and Jacob Braswell.
Hands on the field.
They have been doing some great work. Let's take a look. As you can follow along with us, live stats presented by Creative Wiring Solutions all season long. Bengals now with 254 yards on the night, almost 200 of those on the ground. It is Jackson Barker with 9 carries for 86 yards. He would have been over the century mark if that counter would have stuck. But instead, he's got 28 yards through the air now. He's had a big night, so he is over the century mark as far as total offensive yards. Nice tackle on Vines. The Bengals still haven't brought him down, but wrapping him up and bringing him down inside the 40-yard line. One play at a time here for Fuquay-Varina. Jacob Braswell, 5 for 8 for 57 yards and a passing touchdown. He's also 5 carries for 33 yards and a rushing touchdown. Certainly making a case for Offensive Player of the Game, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. I mean, you mentioned it already. Count it, write it down in a book right now. That pass from Braswell to Burke, that is a play of the game. And we should do, at the end of the season, let's get together and pick
Okay,
out some of the
yeah.
plays of the year, and that'll certainly be a candidate
I feel
for
like
it.
we might have some plays of the year
Oh,
next
man.
week's game.
Yes,
I've got
yes,
a good feeling
yes,
that we might
absolutely.
have some.
Toss, sweep to Derek Alston, stopped for a big loss. Couple of Bengals there back helping him out as well. That was a huge one there for the Bengals. I don't know if you have enough slots to count all the Bengals that were in there, an ambush of Bengals.
And I don't know who
Back
came
to
in
make
there
the
initially,
tackle.
but that low hit, it's huge. 'Cause,
Yes.
You know, kids these days are always trying to go up high. But
That's right.
With a running back like Alston Knight, I mean, he's a power back. Going down low, letting your guys come in and help, bring him down.
And I remember that. We had a guy 300-plus pounds, and they gave him the ball just as a running exercise in high school the 1 year I played. But they said, I don't care if you pull the guy down. Tackle him low. Let your other players come in and help you out at that point. Handoff to Alston up the middle. He's going to make up more running room. Let's see who can beat him. He's got some speed down the right-hand side, but looks like, oh, my gosh, Carlin had him. He had him, and he pulled up late. What the heck? Sorry, Medlin. Jacob Medlin had him at the 5-yard line, pulled up late, and did not pull him down. And just like that, Garner answers and takes the lead back by 1, 19-18.
I think Garner will go for 2 now.
Yeah, you might as well go for 2, try to take the full 3. Not that I would think that Fuquay would kick the 3, the field goal, but who knows? 64-yard kick. The question was asked, is this the first time that Fuquay has retaken a lead? And yes, I believe so. Alston tosses the back corner of the end zone. He had 3 players to choose from, and they get it. The 2-point conversion complete, 21-18. Grand scheme of things, sure. Now a field goal doesn't win it, but I don't think Fuquay's going for a field goal.
I don't see any situation where I see the Bengals, especially with the kicking game tonight.
Absolutely.
I mean,
oh, yeah. No, that's for sure.
I mean, I see them going for the win the whole way.
A little bit of emotions riding high on the sideline right now. Fuquay is, again, you got to reset now. Come back to 0.
One play at a time.
1 play at a time. Get your offense rolling. That's 1 play. You can't give up the big plays. Don't give up another one. But 1 play at a time. You're down 3. You've been in this game all night long. You've retaken the lead. Great call from one of our viewers. Retaking the lead for the first time all season long. Build on that and take the lead back again.
And you've got plenty of time. I mean, we've
plenty
got
of time.
10 minutes and change to go in this game.
Long sustained drive would be great here right now. And we are glad you're here with us. It's a low line drive kick that will be taken at the 15-yard line. Returned up the middle by Burke. Burke will try to flip the field here, and a flag is coming in right at the end of that one. That is in the area of maybe holding or blocking the back. Don't like that. But more yards means more time off the clock. That's how I look at it. It will be holding against Fuquay-Varina, so that'll back it up 10 more yards from the flag. Actually, they will take it, since the flag was further downfield, they will take it from the end of the run. And it's all foot math tonight. There's no hash marks to count.
No hash marks.
You got to do the foot math. 17-yard line is where the Bengals will take over, first down and 10. 1 play at a time. It is a chilly night in November. The first night of November of 2019. The Bengals are trying to turn their season around here. Sakiti Uzandu gets the call and carries ahead for about a yard on the right-hand side. Ran up to the offensive line. They're going to give him a full 2, just shy of the 20. So it'll bring up second down and 8. But again, he went right up to the line, kind of went east to west and then tried to cut it up, but the defense was there to meet him. As Dylan Smith comes back out, Colin Ouimet subbing out to the sideline. Braswell under center. Line comes set. Man in motion is Pierce from the left-hand side. Braswell keeps it. Tosses to Pierce. Has some room to run.
Oh, that's a horse collar.
Horse collar again. You've got to get that called. It's been thrown once before, and they will not throw the flag on this one. That one was more blatant than the first one.
Wow.
Unreal. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 4 now with the 3-yard gain. Man. Don't want this game determined by penalties, but that one was, again, pretty blatant and more so than the last one that did actually get called by the same guy. It's not that it's a different official. Hand is up in the air for 10 seconds, and a timeout's going to be called. Oh, I hate that this timeout has to come right here, but this is a big 3rd down for Fuquay-Varina, so not surprised that Coach Hall is using his first timeout here in the second half.
For most of us, our home is our biggest investment. When it's time to sell, get the value you deserve with the help of a professional realtor. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group are standing by to help you get the highest value for your home. Don't hesitate. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com and tell them you want Team Absher on your side.
Thank you very much, Luke, alongside Evan Rogers and our producer, Luke Anderson. Nate Perez up on the roof running the camera for us tonight. Coach Hall is talking with the officiating crew, actually, during this timeout. Looks like he wants to know why. He's talking about that horse collar.
Yeah.
And looks like he's getting the explanation as to why that call wasn't made. And I do remember, so you can grab the collar and tackle him. If you grab the collar and push forward or to the side, that's not a horse collar. You have to actually pull backwards. So it could be that the official decided that it was not enough of a forceful tackle from pulling it backwards, but that one was.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. Pass, Braswell over the
that's
middle.
Got a PI.
No flag. They're going to say, I suppose. There it comes. Man. How deep was that flag?
Wow. If that hadn't gotten thrown, you would have seen Coach Hall livid after back-to-back plays.
Talk about your line judge helping you out here on the near side. The guy who was tackled, by the way, by one of the coaches previously. Pass interference called against Garner. And that will give the Bengals a fresh set of downs. Get that man's name. I want to send him a thank you card.
What is that?
First down and 10 from the Bengal 38. Fresh set of downs, Bengals under center. Man in motion from the right wing. This will be a counter. Pierce takes it to the right-hand side, and Garner there to snuff that one out. No gain. Clock rolling with 8:13 to play here in the fourth quarter, as you can see it. Second down and 10 from the right hash. Braswell comes to the sideline and gets the play call. So the most excitement that Fuquay-Varina has seen on the gridiron all season long here tonight. This has been a great one, and we're glad you're with us. We hope you'll stick with us through the duration. Braswell with a man to his left will carry, lowers his shoulder, doesn't decide to pitch, and will go for no gain again. That will bring up third down and 10. And you almost wonder if Braswell's done a great job. I'm not discounting what Braswell has done tonight. At times, you almost wonder if he gets a little bit too comfortable with that. Sometimes the pitch is the better option.
Yeah.
This time he wanted to make it. I love the energy, though. I'm going to make something of this, so I'm going to take this team on my back.
The confidence. He's got the confidence in himself.
Third down and 10 and 2 inches. Twins receivers to the right. Bengals going to the air as Braswell rolls out to his right. Looks for an open receiver. Tosses it incomplete right into the hands of a defender. That is the leading defensive player for the Garner Magnet Trojans, Tyler Peacock, who swats that one down. And that will give the ball over to the Trojans on the punt coming. Matthew Lyons will head back to kick this one away on fourth down and 10. It's the right call to make. Down 3 right now. You put the ball into the hands of your defense.
Yeah, this is a really big punt because if you can pin them deep and get a quick 3-and-out, you could be flipping fields for sure.
It looks like Garner is going to put a bit of a prevent punt on here. Watch for the fake of Fuquay-Varina. Smart play there. They're not going to bring on the block, and they'll certainly try for a big return as well. Nice punt by Lions as Fuquay-Varina gets down there. Will be able to kill this one dead and not allow a return at the 26-yard line where the defense will go to work. I'll tell you what, Evan, that is something that that Appalachian State did what they needed to do during the time in the second half last night. They made the defensive stops to give it into their hands of the offense and make some plays happen, but that offense was so flat. So that's what Fuquay needs to do here tonight is the defense has to stand on their heads and make some
stops. Got to get a big stop. Yeah, I mean, the way that Garner's been very lethargic in ground and pound, you can't really give up more than 2 first downs on this drive.
That's right, and I mean some big drives or some big carries in the last offensive series with 8 to 10 yards at a time. Toss to Alston on the left-hand side. He's going to get a big gain again. He's going to try to bust it for an even bigger gain as he gets into Bengal territory, gets it down to the 35, 34-yard line. Oh, that is exactly what Fuquay-Varina's defense needed to not give up. Wipe it off, one play at a time. Again, that is not a score. That is not a touchdown. It is a new set of downs. It is a new life right here. Got to get a stop as the Trojans are up 3. Fake toss, handoff to Vines, who goes right up the middle, gets some big yardage. Again, he gets close to the first down. Might be enough for a first down. Line judge on the near side says it's right on the 25. I think they're in agreement there, so that'll bring up second down and a short one with 6:06 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time here, especially if the Bengals can get a takeaway. Got to get a stop, though. Got to get in the backfield, get that defensive penetration. Toss to Alston. Alston getting the carry again, gets another first down as he carries up to the 19, inside the red zone again. Now we'll stop the clock for the reset of the chains. Kendall Harrison coming into the game now, with Jared Rosenberg subbing out. A little fresh legs for the Fuquay-Varina defense. One turnover on the night by the Garner Trojans. Another one could not be any bigger than one right here. Vines will carry it. He gets met and then just slings that off, and trying to pull something out was Ethan Burke. Good idea to try to reach in for that ball. But another first down on the carry from Vines inside the 5-yard line on the left hash. First and goal with 5:08 and counting now as the clock rolls ahead again. Big drive here for the Trojans as they are fighting to keep their hopes of second place alive on the season. Trojans at 3-1 in SWAC play right now. Deep in Bengal territory. Alston in the backfield, lowers his shoulder and punches it into the end zone with 4:31 to play. Fourth quarter, 6 more on top or on the lead as Parker, it looks like, or excuse me, Tyler Peacock comes up slowly. But Alston kind of got upended, got bent in half there the wrong way as he dove for that attempt. And the PAT attempt here for Parker Lyles. High snap and a whistle, and this is going to be a false start against Garner.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and we will replay the PAT. Not really necessarily a huge PAT at this point. It's a 2-possession ball game right now. Still some time. I mean, this contest is definitely not over, and Fuquay-Varina has got to remember that. I wish I could put a bug in their ear and remind them of what it's no good. Another PAT miss tonight. Man, not a night for kicking.
Jeez.
Woo. Let's see if that plays any kind of role as this night goes on. But, again, I wish I could get a bug into somebody's ear down there, into these players. One play at a time. That's all it takes.
And what was it a few years ago? Was it a Cleveland or Clayton game where there were 2 onside kicks?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago at Bengal Stadium. 2 successful onside kicks in, 50 seconds of gameplay or something?
Insane.
I mean, it was unreal. And then that was the year that they just used that sideline pass 7 times
that
in a row.
screenplay.
Oh, my gosh. Bengals are going to go on offense here. Ball security. Ball security. Another low-line drive, which will be taken by Burke. Burke will return up the far sideline and will be tackled down at the 32-yard line, where it will be 1st down and 10 for Jacob Braswell and the offense of the Fuquay-Varina Bengals. Correction, it's at the 31. Again, make sure to follow along with live stats brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. Visit r3sports.org/Bengals. Go to the schedule and results and click on live on the schedule next to tonight's contest. Jacob Braswell with the read on the handoff, keeps it himself, carries ahead for 2. Smith will sub in as Ouimet will sub out. A lot of the same substitution we've seen over and over again tonight. Good gain by Braswell on 1st down, but the clock is certainly going to start to become a factor, so the Bengals are going to have to chip away some big yardage here at different times. As Barker will go in motion, but the handoff goes up the middle, and Sakiti Uzandu gets really no gain, maybe a half a yard gain on that one. They'll give him a full yard. So 3rd down and 7 coming up now. The line to gain is the 42. Big 3rd down here. Got to get it, and then you got to start moving quickly. You can only imagine that Braswell is going to put this one in the air here. Pair of receivers, one on either side. And Braswell will be sacked for the first time tonight. That sack comes in from big number 45, Rayvon Fussell, the sack leader for this team. Again, 6 sacks now make it 7 on the season. You better believe that Fuquay-Varina is going for it on 4th down now. And again, you got to do it fairly quickly here. I know you want to get the right play call in, but we're less than 3 minutes away from this contest going to zeros here. Twins receivers to the left now, one split out to the right. Braswell looking for the shotgun snap. He gets it, rolls out to his left side, and throws incomplete. That will put a nail in the coffin of this contest, and that will end the hopes of postseason play for the Fuquay-Varina Bengals. 27-18 the score right now with 2:37 left to play in the 4th quarter. Bengals gave it a ride here tonight. Really gave a great effort, but could not finish this one off. And the Garner Magnet Trojans keep their hopes alive for a 2nd place finish here. They've got Apex Friendship next week in a big contest. I'll tell you what, that one's going to be at Apex Friendship. 2 games on the road to finish off the season for Garner. That's a tough schedule for you, but they are certainly peaking at the right time right now, and a win against Apex Friendship would make things interesting next week. McLean gets the toss sweep to Alston, who brings it to the right-hand side. Alston with some room to run again. He is run out of bounds, which will stop the clock as the tackle is made by Fuquay-Varina's
Medlin, as well as Kendall Harrison. Gain of 7 on the carry, 2nd down and 3. Coming up with the ball placed at the 24-yard line. Well, we talked about being the spoiler for Garner. Next week, Fuquay-Varina, it's a brand new season for you. You've got 1 game left on your season.
That game next week could define your whole season.
It could. It could keep Middle Creek out of the postseason. It could keep Garner out of the postseason because as it stands right now, so Middle Creek is 33rd in the adjusted max prep rankings with the offsides call against Garner, again for the 2nd time tonight. Garner right now is at 49th in the adjusted max prep rankings. However, Garner is ahead of Middle Creek in the sorry, did I have that backwards?
They do have the head-to-head.
Let me look back at this. All right. Middle Creek got the actually, Garner got the win over Middle Creek.
Yeah.
So Garner is ahead. Middle Creek cannot get into the postseason unless Garner gets in. So Middle Creek has to, again, they'll only get the at-large bid if the room is there for that. Vines will run it to the left-hand side, looks for the pylon, does not get there. Gets it down to the 1-yard line with 2:20 to play here in the 4th quarter. So even though they have the better adjusted max preps rankings, a win by Fuquay-Varina next week could play spoiler to Middle Creek and help that situation out even better and not allow Middle Creek into the postseason for the first time in many years. But it's certainly lining up to look like that only 2 teams from the SWAC will get those automatic bids. McLean will just follow his offensive line into the end zone, get the touchdown with 2:16 left to play in the 4th quarter. 3 more points up on the board is going to make this score look much different from how this game has gone here tonight. 33-18 right now. And, boy, just like that, the offense is going to get the ball back. And, boy, would love a little bit of magic here tonight. Hold is down, kick is up. Can it be a good PAT?
So look at that.
Haven't seen that much tonight. Stay tuned for the Bengal postgame show. Got a lot to break down for you. We've got offensive and defensive players of the game presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. Your plays of the game. There were some good ones tonight, that's for sure. Those are presented by Window Effects. And we will break down this contest for you. Your final stats, live stats, are presented by Creative Wiring Solutions. All that and much more in the Bengal postgame show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill.
Well, even with that touchdown, it is still a 2-possession game, I guess.
2-possession game, yeah, absolutely. I mean, why would you kick it anymore tonight? PATs are not your story, so
no.
Go for 2 at this point anyway. I know the Bengals have failed on a 2-point conversion so far once tonight, but hey, you're going to get a return here, and boy, a big return would certainly help as well, as Burke is going to look for the blockers. Now he's going to bring it to the near side of the field. He's going to run it out of bounds at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line, and that's smart play there. Don't fight for anything you don't need or you're not guaranteed there, at least at that point. And get your offense an opportunity to set this one up. And let's put the ball in the air a little bit here.
Yeah.
Certainly got nothing to lose. Twins receivers to the right, one split out to the left. Braswell will roll to his right, fakes the pitch, and gets a 2. Again, I want to see this ball aired out a little bit here. I don't think these running plays are, again, you throw a pick here, what does it hurt? I say give yourself a chance to try to put in a quick touchdown and get an onside kick. Let's go. One receiver to either side, a pair of wing backs, and one off the left hip of Braswell. That's Barker. He will be there to block, and another pat down by the defense, and that is Rayvon Fussell who knocks it down.
Falls incomplete, 3rd down and 8. Great to hear the marching Bengals out there giving us some entertainment here tonight. Pair of substitutions for the Bengals. And we've got
it's their
closer
game
game
without Derek, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. So 23-13 right now. Holly Springs and Apex. Fumble that Fuquay falls on. They run it 3 times there.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess they did incomplete pass.
That's apologies. Yes. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now, do you bring in the punt unit or you go for it again? I mean, don't punt this one. Let's go for it. Come on.
I want to see a hook and ladder.
Clock's rolling. Will be less than 60 seconds here. And Fuquay is going to go for it on 4th down and 13. Ball placed at the 30-yard line.
We got nothing to lose.
Braswell rolls out to his left with a little pressure. Passes to the near side. Incomplete, and that will do it. I can imagine that Garner is going to hopefully just kneel this one time. And you can see Coach Hall grabbing Jacob Braswell as he comes off the field and telling him giving him the encouragement. I love seeing that. I love seeing the fight of Braswell. He wanted to be in this contest longer than the Bengals were tonight, and he fought hard. He played an incredible game tonight. You got to give him a pat on the back, and don't get yourself down because I'm not kidding. Next week is your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Get out there, spoil somebody's night, and get your first win in many seasons against Middle Creek. Victory formation now for the Garner Trojans as they will improve to one of the best records in the SWAC right now as far as SWAC records are concerned. A 500 record now, 5-5 overall, 4-1 in the SWAC. Next week, fighting for 2nd place, Apex, Friendship, and Garner. And again, fighting to get into the postseason. The Bengals will fall to 2-8, 2-3 in the SWAC, and next week will be it for Fuquay-Varina. This loss tonight eliminates all chances of postseason play, and we'll play the Super Bowl for the Bengals next week and wrap it all up. The clock hits 0. Fuquay-Varina falls tonight, 34-18. It was an excellent contest for about 3.5 quarters. Really well-fought game tonight by these Bengals. A lot to carry ahead to next week and to next season. We will wrap it all up for you on the Bengal Postgame Show presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill on the other side of this timeout on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
If you're looking for a realtor and want to save thousands, call me. I'm Krista Absher of the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. With our Heroes to Homeowners program, first responders, nurses, teachers, and veterans qualify for a 25% commission rebate to thank you for your service and sacrifice. As an Air Force veteran with 13 years of local real estate experience, our mission is to help fellow veterans and local heroes achieve their dream of homeownership. Call me, Krista Absher, 919-355-SOLD. That's 919-355-SOLD. Or visit theabsherrealtygroup.com.
Protecting your family, your home, your car is extremely important. One company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
Mike from Cary says on Yelp that Wingin' It Tap House and Grill is great as always, service is fast and prompt. I really like how the place is after the remodel. Camilla says, I had the wasabi salad and it was surprisingly excellent for a wing place. 5 stars for both food and service. We'll be back. In the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz on the east side of Fuquay-Varina, search Wingin' It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions.
Welcome into the Bengal Postgame Show, presented by Wingin' It Tap House and Grill. Let's wrap up tonight's contest with final stats and analysis. Let's head back inside the broadcast booth. Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's Ram Northam.
No coach tonight, but Fuquay-Varina with the loss tonight to Garner. Garner just turned on the Jets there a little bit towards the end, got the win 34-18, ran Northam alongside Evan Rogers. Luke Anderson, our producer, and our videographer fighting the elements up on the roof tonight. Got cold all of a sudden here in North Carolina. That's Nate Perez. Again, Garner keeps their hopes alive for second place and an automatic bid into the postseason. SWAC likely to only get 2 bids into the postseason, not likely to get an at-large bid, but we'll see how everything shakes out as the season goes on. Evan, man, we had I thought we were on to something there for a little bit. This was a big one here tonight, and Braswell kind of took everybody on his shoulders, and other players doing great things as well. But really exciting one there for a little while.
Yeah.
For a long while.
Yeah. This was really, like we were saying, the first game other than obviously the 2 wins. But, again, you take those as they are. But this was the first game where not only did we compete in the first half, but it carried on not just the third quarter, but also the fourth quarter. We had a competitive football game. And you've got to take what you get from this game and just give everything into next week. I mean, that, like you said, that's their Super Bowl. You win that game next week, you're known as the Fuquay that beat Middle Creek, not the Fuquay that missed the playoffs for the first time in 20 years.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, talk about what was my line? Write your own story. That is exactly what that game is next week. You can write your own story if you win that game. Nobody will remember anything else for the rest of the year. It will be 3 wins, but it will only be 1. There's only one that you need, and the Bengals need to remember that throughout this week, prepare all week long for Creek Week, and show up Friday night and put on 4 quarters of great football. That'll be some good stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to go through stats here. We've got players and plays of the game. I want to run down a couple stats for you as we will start to consider who should be our player of the game tonight on the offensive and defensive side, presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. Jackson Barker, 9 carries, 86 yards, 2 receptions for 28 yards. No touchdowns on the night for Barker. Big night for Jacob Braswell, though. 5 of 13 for 54 yards passing and a touchdown. 8 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown as well. So 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. He's certainly making his case for that tonight. Sakiti Uzandu, 15 carries for 51 yards. Ethan Burke, 2 receptions for 23 yards. He did have a carry for minus 1 yard. Pittman, 1 carry for 12 yards, and Nigel Pierce, 6 carries for 23 yards. Dylan Smith got the call 1 time for 6 yards as well. We will continue to think about those numbers as the night goes on. We will look at tackles as well here tonight, or on the defensive side. Sorry, we'll look at that as well, and we'll bring you your plays of the game. Here's a look at stats, live stats brought to you by Creative Wiring Solutions. We are in the Bengal Postgame Show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill, and we're going to toss it over to our Golden Pipes, Mr. Luke Anderson.
For most of us, our home is our biggest investment. When it's time to sell, get the value you deserve with the help of a professional realtor. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group are standing by to help you get the highest value for your home. Don't hesitate. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com and tell them you want Team Absher on your side.
Those lips are locking up a little bit with the cold weather, aren't they?
Freezing.
All right, we're going to take a timeout here, come back with our players and plays of the game presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC, and the Window Effects, respectively there. Back with more on the Bengal Postgame Show presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Sitting at home watching the Bengals tonight? Why not join your fellow Bengal fans at Winging It Tap House and Grill? They'll have the game on each week while they bring you their signature bone-in or boneless wings with 21 choices of sauce. Or maybe you'd like to try their fish and chips. How about their beef sliders or their chicken sliders? You've got to try the grilled ribeye. Or try something from the sea with the grilled tilapia. Winging It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheetz.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements, and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Castles Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
You know window effects for the smooth factory finish they do on your vehicle tinting. But did you know that same high-quality work can also benefit your home or business? Window tinting for your home or office will reduce heat, cut down on glare, and stop floors and furniture from fading, saving you money and protecting your assets. Don't know whether you need window tinting? Contact Window Effects today for a free estimate. Search for Window Effects on Facebook and tell them R3 Sports sent you.
Fuquay-Varina falls tonight 34-18 to the Garner Trojans. Trojans just came back and took this contest here tonight. Time to look at our offensive and defensive players of the game presented by P. Castles Law, PLLC. We will start on the offensive side of the ball, and you got to give it to the play caller tonight. Jacob Braswell, 5 of 13. Again, 1 passing touchdown tonight, 54 yards through the air, 8 carries for 37 yards tonight. He had a rushing touchdown as well. And, again, it was just another one of those great, just like he had last week, a great look that he made the right read, made the right option read, and punched it into the end zone there. And, again, I loved seeing – I hate to see somebody come off the field and have their – and be disappointed, but it shows how much he invested into this game tonight. And really wanted to give it his all and wanted to get that W and was so close to it. You could see that emotion as he was coming off the field.
Yeah, he really did play his most – he didn't look like junior Braswell at the beginning of the year. I mean, he looked poised, played with a lot of heart, and, I mean, the score 34-18 truly doesn't do the game justice. I mean, this game was a 1-possession, 1-point, 2-point game the whole time, and this is a good Garner team. I mean, this is a team that a few weeks ago, if Fuquay plays them, they're probably not in it this late in the game, but we're seeing this team grow up as the weeks come by, and we see a lot of young players stepping up. I mean, got Jackson Barker, who's an underclassman, Braswell's an underclassman, Ethan Burke's an underclassman. I mean, we're a very young team that, like you said, you just got to build for the future. I mean, you hate to call this year a rebuilding year, but that's really what it is.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. You're exactly right. And so that's our offensive player of the game, Jacob Braswell, and great to see that he'll be back. I hope he brings that same energy back next week and then next year as well. But a huge game coming up next week against Middle Creek. On the defensive side, Javian Bulware Jr., we don't have the numbers of his total tackles as the stat program is just not quite lining up exactly right here tonight. So Javian Bulware, our defensive player of the game, we'll bring you some highlights from him as the night comes on, or as the week goes along. Some big tackles for a loss here tonight. We saw some, called them out, and look forward to seeing those again. But he had a great night tonight.
Yeah, he was definitely the main guy up the middle in the backfield on some of those really big, crucial losses on the ground. And Garner has some really strong running backs. Those are hard guys to take down, and a couple times tonight he got in the backfield and made a nice tackle for losses.
All right, those are our players of the game here tonight in the Bengal Postgame Show.
Tonight's players of the game are presented by P. Castles Law. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com for your business contracting needs.
All the live stats that you've been hearing as well are presented to you by Creative Wiring Solutions, and we appreciate their sponsorship here tonight.
In addition to offering custom design and personalized service, Creative Wiring Solutions offers a wide variety of products and services, including speakers, projector screens, flat screens, and so much more. They'll customize packages and accessories for your individual needs. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6900 or visit creativewiring.com.
And last but not least of the accolades here in the Bengal Postgame Show, presented by Winging It Tap House and Grill, are our plays of the game. And, boy, we've got to start with that big one, the touchdown pass from Jacob Braswell to Ethan Burke. That one was beautiful into the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass. Scrambling out, throwing off his back foot, just throws a perfect arc, drops it right into Ethan Burke, and that's a sign of things to come for these next few years. I mean, that connection will be exciting to watch.
And you mentioned it exactly right. I think that was when it really clicked for everybody that this is not the Braswell that we saw in the first couple weeks. It's a different offensive scheme, but still, he's just matured so much since then.
He's confident.
Exactly.
He's really confident.
Exactly.
I mean, we saw the first, especially just the beginning of the season, he looked like a deer in headlights. I mean, coming out, he would just cough the ball up almost every play, but now he's confident. I mean, he's playing 4 quarters of really good football.
And that's why we didn't put Eichhorn on the microphone tonight. We didn't win any more turnovers. Couple other plays, some big runs. Barker had a 61-yard carry in the first quarter as the Bengals marched it down and got that first 6 up on the board. I'm sure a couple other defensive tackles, Boulware and some others making those that we will put in the highlights. Those are our plays of the game presented by Window Effects.
Tonight's plays of the game are presented by Window Effects. Window tinting on your home or business can save you money down the road by cutting down on harmful solar rays that will fade your furniture and floors. Search for Window Effects on Facebook.
Thank you very much. That will wrap up tonight's actually, I think we have one more commercial break to take, don't we? We will not have coaches' comments tonight, and we'll do our best to get those for you next week. We'll tell you about that sponsor here in just a moment. One final timeout, and then we will wrap things up here as the Bengals fall tonight 34-18 to the Garner Trojans on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Now here we've got a spacious kitchen.
Honey, this house is beautiful. I think it's the one.
It just came on the market. I'm glad Krista was able to get us in here quickly.
Krista was right. With how quickly houses are selling, it's important to know the market and be prepared to act fast.
With the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty, we'll help you find your dream home. With Krista Absher, the important thing to remember is you come first. She works with honor and integrity, educating you every step of the home buying process. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, have you finished writing that presentation?
Nah, I'm just winging it.
Hey, have you made our travel plans yet?
I'm just winging it.
Wilson, have you finished the big pitch for our client today?
No, sir. I'm just winging it.
Winging it has its place, and that's not when making important life decisions. It's at the 5 Point Center in Fuquay-Varina on Main Street, next to Sheets. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Search Winging It Tap House and Grill on Facebook.
Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. They specialize in home integration, structured wiring of smart homes, house audio, noise control, security, monitoring, central vacuum systems, and so much more. From the Triangle to the coast, Creative Wiring Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. They recognize the special care and attention to detail needed when designing your home entertainment. Expect the best.
Fuquay-Varina falling tonight. That will just about wrap up our broadcast here tonight on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
The Strong Center for Excellence is a nonprofit organization providing team, group, and individual skills training and league play for basketball and football, serving ages 6 to 18 with ability ranges from beginner to those preparing for college recruitment. Contact the Strong Center for Excellence at info@thestrongcenter.org or visit thestrongcenter.org.
No coaches' comments tonight. They are presented by the Strong Center. We'll have pregame coaches' comments from the head coach of the Bengals, Jeb Hall, and we'll wrap this contest up tonight. And it's Super Bowl next week. That is the big one.
Have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? The Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today. Visit FVHSBoosterClub.com.
Thank you very much. Again, one game left. You've got nothing to lose. You got to empty the tank next week, leave it all out there, and take home the W. Evan, we saw 3+ good quarters of football tonight.
Let's make it 4 next week against a good but down Middle Creek team for their standards.
Absolutely. Want to thank everybody on the network here tonight for putting this one together. Nate Perez is our videographer, our producer, Luke Anderson, for Evan Rogers and myself, Rand Northam. We are signing off tonight. Bengals fall tonight 34-18 to the Garner Trojans. Next week is Creek Week. Empty the tank. Leave it all out there. Good night from Willow Spring.
This has been Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group, online at theabsherrealtygroup.com. The play-by-play announcer of the Bengal R3 Sports Network is Rand Northam. Color analyst Jim Cole. The announcer is Ron Stutz. The statistician and host of Bengals at the Half is Evan Rogers. The producer is Luke Anderson. The videographer is Nate Perez. Bengals football is also brought to you by the Aviator Smokehouse at the corner of Broad and Stewart and online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. By Dickens Insurance Agency, proudly serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. By Wingin' It Tap House and Grill, located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. By Window Effects, give your ride that touch that will make heads turn. By P. Castle's Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game. By the Strong Center for Excellence, empowering youth on and off the court and field. And by Creative Wiring Solutions, the area's leader in custom home entertainment. Any duplication or rebroadcast of this transmission without written consent from R3 Productions is strictly prohibited. The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the commentators and do not necessarily represent or reflect the official policy or position of R3 Productions. This has been a presentation of R3 Productions.